Judge Magruder?
I've said all I want to say to you. Do the work, follow proper procedure, get a warrant, read the transcripts for yourselves.
We've done the work, sir. You're implicated in several felonies.
That's preposterous.
Sir, we know about the death of your son and how that came about.
Then you should know that I'm grieving, for God's sake. Can't you understand that?
Yes, of course I can understand that. And you have our deepest sympathy. The death of a child has got to be impossible to endure, but that can also make a person do things that they normally wouldn't do.
I don't have to listen to this.
Judge, we have reason to believe you killed 3 people.
I've had enough of this.
Your Honor.
Sir, may I see your arm?
What?
I know that this is odd, but you're right-handed. May I see your left arm? How did you hurt yourself like that, Judge?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Well, I think we better figure that out, don't you?
Yes. Maybe we should.
Dr. Waters, Agent Malone, thank you for coming back to speak to us. We need to clarify a few more things before we rule. Agent Malone, you testified that Judge Magruder put his hands in his pocket immediately prior to Detective Henniger discharging his weapon. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. But he never announced himself or gave a warning.
Thank you. Dr. Waters, wasn't it your professional opinion that Detective Henniger was an intended victim of the deceased Judge Magruder?
He fit Magruder's perceived pattern of people who had corrupted his son, and therefore he probably was in danger, yes.
And you also believe that Detective Henniger knew this?
Yes, well, he was apprised of every step in this case. If he didn't know it in the beginning, I'm sure that he figured it out.
It was murder, plain and simple.
Mr. Chair, none of this should wind up in my client's files.
Strike Agent Malone's last remark accusing Henniger of murder. Thank you both for your testimony. After due consideration of that testimony and overwhelming evidence of Judge Magruder's guilt in 3 brutal murders, we conclude that Detective Jim Henniger acted in self-defense.
Right. What the hell is wrong with you people? Every one of you wears a badge. Is this why we put it on and risk our lives so people like Henniger can tarnish it with impunity?
Sir, with all due respect, we had Judge Magruder this close to realizing his guilt. He was not going anywhere. Detective Henniger is responsible for his death. Magruder didn't pose a threat to anyone.
Strike all of that. Detective Henniger, your record is unblemished. Thank you.
Congratulations, Counselor. Good job. That man is a liar, a thief, and a murderer. Hey.
Hey.
Talk to the superintendent of police and the state's attorney. They're not going to budge on Henniger.
Well, the Bureau in Chicago is going to open a file on him, so I guess we just have to hope for the best.
I could have saved the judge, Sam.
How?
I came back too soon.
Bailey, ever since you got back, you have been beating yourself up. Everything is not your fault.
What happened with Franny is.
You know, when Tom died, I thought that the guilt was gonna destroy me. But I have a daughter. And she needs me. So I don't have time for that guilt. You have a daughter. And she needs you. So you're just gonna have to get past this so that you can be there for her. Okay?
Thanks.
Tell you what, why don't you buy me a drink?
Oh, I'd love that.
Okay, let's go.
Miney?